Hey everyone, it's Laura Laws, and today's video is going to be like clips of Landon doing baby led weaning. She is now 9.5 months old, so it's been 3.5 months of doing baby led weaning, and I have not done it exclusively. Just to give you a little background, she had issues with gaining weight. She was in like the 4 percentile at 4 months old. And I got the go ahead to start solids. She loved the purees, like anything and everything she would eat. And she went from 4% to I think 10% at 6 months old. And then at 6 months old, I started baby led weaning. And she just gained weight even quicker. Well, wait, that's not true. So we had a little bit of a stalling of her gaining weight because when they first start baby led weaning, they don't really eat very much. It's all about like exploring the food and touching and textures and just this whole new world of food. So what I did is I did both, where I gave her a lot of purees and kind of had food on her tray just for her to play with and eat and things like that. So she had a little bit of a where she wasn't gaining as much weight. So I picked up the purees, and she went to 20%, 25%. She hit about 30% recently and then got sick and then went back down. So she's about 27 percentile of weight, which when you have a baby who's 4 percentile as a newborn, it's so stressful. So that's been just a great thing that she loves, and she loves all foods. She didn't like eggs at first. I think the first 2 times she didn't like eggs, but now she seems to be doing okay with them. And I made her this huge batch, which you'll see in the video, of cream of broccoli soup with beans pureed, and she didn't like it at all. But I made her a baked potato and mixed it with that and cheese and sour cream, and she ate it with that. By the way, don't listen to a woman on the internet. Do your research. This isn't for information purposes. This is just my experience so far with baby led weaning. I really love it. She's done amazing. Just her hand-eye coordination and her love of food. I mean, she will just like when she eats and she really likes something. So it's just been a very positive experience for us. The part that was not positive is the choking and gagging. It's scary. I'm not gonna lie. It is really, really scary. And honestly, my husband has talked me off the ledge a few times because I've wanted to stop. And if she does choke on something and it freaks me out, I kind of will back off baby led weaning for a couple of days just for my own anxiety level and sanity. So some of the worst incidents, the first one, I think she was 7 months old and we went to our favorite Mexican restaurant, which she's probably been there so many times. And I was giving her guacamole, and she loves guacamole. And I should have been giving it to her from a spoon, but I was eating it off the chip, so I just kind of gave it to her off the chip. And so I was like, well, let me see if she likes the salsa because it's pretty spicy, and she does pretty good with spicy foods. She bit off a piece of the chip and started gagging, and it was the worst she's ever done. I mean, it was stuck in there. I don't know where it was. I completely lost it. I was like, I like left my body. I was so freaked out. My husband was calm. I was holding her on my lap, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And the restaurant was empty, thank God. There wasn't many people around because I was flipping, and I like stood up and I was like, Phil, what do I do? What do I do? He's like, she's getting it. And she got it right up. And thank God I had a big margarita because I was shaking so bad for like probably 15 minutes after that. So that was really just stupid on my part. And whenever we go there now, I just spoon feed her some guacamole and a little bit of salsa. And the other incident was I gave her lentils with sour cream and some pita because at 8 months you should work with them with dippers, it says in this book that I have. So she was doing really well. So the next day I gave it to her again, and I decided to toast up the pita to try to make it like firmer so she could dip it better. and I toasted it too much, and it was almost like a tortilla chip, and she choked again, like the same sort of way. It wasn't as bad, but I mean, just like all of your insides just drop. It is the worst feeling in the world, and you know, you're just paralyzed and you don't know what to do, and you just have to wait for them to gag it out, choke it out. And so those were the two experiences that were really bad. Other than that, she chokes and gags, and you know, my whole body tenses up, and I look at her and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And I just tell her, I'm like, chew it up, chew it up. And I have to be careful with her. She is very, she goes for the gusto. She will shovel food in, and she'll get way too much food in her mouth. So I just regulate how much I put on her plate. But that's sort of the worst that we've had of it. Other than that, it's been an amazing, positive experience. Like I said, she is very independent. She doesn't like me to show her how to do anything. My husband says she gets that from me. So this gives her the ability to, you know, have independence and choice within boundaries, of course. And she just thrives with it, and she eats everything. Like I said, I'm doing vegetarian. My husband has sneaked some meat to her here and there, some pork carnitas and some like sausage, and I think something else too, which is fine. I think, you know, if she decides that she wants to eat meat later on, that's fine. Probably, you know, we'll limit it. But right now I'm a vegetarian, so I make a lot of beans. So she has a lot of lentils and beans and yogurt and oatmeal. I'll show you some things that have been helpful for me for baby led weaning. And then I'll just show you some clips of the past couple of months of Landon enjoying her food. This is her high chair. I love it. I love it so much. I took her padding off because it was getting kind of dirty. It does need a good scrub down because she touches this and flings her food. And this tray is amazing. This is the Trip Trap, by the way. I've given her pasta sauce, which if you know pasta sauce, it's hard to get out, and it comes right out. She flings her food here and there, so the chair is covered, and you can see there's food on here and on the trash can because this is where she eats. So this is my favorite, the OXO, which is one of my favorite brands. It's wet because she just used it this morning. I've ordered 2 more of these. I basically bought a couple of them just to see which one I liked. And this is my favorite. It just somehow it fits perfectly up in here and really blocks food from dropping on her lap. I haven't worried too much about like her getting dirty. So I used to dress her in the cutest outfits, but since we started baby led weaning, like I just buy onesies and things, and we're home most of the day anyways. So, you know, if it has a mango stain or a raspberry stain or something, I'm just not worried about it. She's going to be out of them in a month or two. So, so sometimes I'll take a burp cloth and put it on her lap, or I'll just like take her pants off before she eats. And sometimes I'll even get her naked if it's like a cute outfit. But cute outfits are reserved for going out when I give her like a pouch or something. We were supposed to go away, so I bought a ton of pouches and some things like these veggie bowls. But she ended up getting really sick, so we had to cancel. But I really don't use these anymore. I just use the pouches now. If I don't have any like green veggies, I'll like use some like apple and broccoli or something to get some green veggies in them. And then these teethers she absolutely loves. They do have salt and sugar in them, so I just give them to her a couple times a week. And she loves all these little crunchies. I haven't done this yet. I think I will do this today. And then she's had her 9-month appointment, and they said you can give her peanut butter, and peanut butter, if you give it to them, is shown to really, I guess, they don't know, but they think it helps to avoid peanut allergies. So I might do that today. Basically, you just like water it down. I have the Trader Joe's creamy no stir spread. So I think I'm going to put that on here and see if she likes it. So I got this from Target, and I just keep all of her things in here so they're grouped together. She loves raspberries, so I usually have some raspberries on hand. Tomato paste, just to make like homemade pizzas or things like that. Mango, puree mango. I put some puree in here every night. to defrost for the next day for her oatmeal and yogurt. And then these are lentil cheese wedges, which is from the Baby Led Weaning book. And then she was a little constipated, so there's apple prune juice. And this is her shelf in the freezer. So I have pineapple and mango puree. These are the lentil cheese wedges. I made a big batch of them. Oh, and then because raspberries last like 3 days in the fridge, I will wash them and just pick them apart and then freeze them so I can send them out the night before. So it is lunchtime. She is finishing up a cheese lentil wedge. Is it yummy, baby? Oh. Yeah. Oh, that was a big bite. That was a big bite. One of the books I was reading said, like, oh, well, you should introduce, like, a spoon to her at 8 months. And I think I gave it to her, like... Good girl. Spit it out. Chew it up. Good girl. That was a lot. And, like, she's been using a spoon forever. So... she's really good at it. So anyways, one good thing is, like, even when I would feed her puree, I would give her a spoon on her right hand to hold and eat. And she would do this thing, Miss Independent. I would feed her the puree, and then she would take a bite, and then she would go to her spoon and almost, like, pretend like she's feeding herself. Good girl. So nuts. She's very passionate. You want to try it? I don't think she likes it.
Wait to meet everyone. What if I eat that one?
Good girl, you got it, Landon. Next. Are you okay? Mommy's nervous. Are you okay? Don't eat too much. Take your time, baby. You try it. Gentle, 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 baby. Gentle. Almost. Try it again. Both hands. Good girl. Right, let's try again. Almost. The wrong side. Celery that I took the strings off with the vegetable peeler on the outside, and a little guacamole. Did you enjoy your guacamole? Is that yummy? He's silly cute. Chew it up. long life in the new year.
You're the pig, Landon.
And then what's a pig say? You see herself?
She whipped it all the way over to here.
She sees her now. You hungry? You ready for some yogurt? It's gonna be Landon's first time having yogurt. And she's had a strawberry before, but it was a long time ago and she really just kind of gnawed at it. So I'm gonna give her a strawberry and a little bit of yogurt with vanilla, alcohol-free, and ground cinnamon. Some for mommy, some for baby. It's a new texture. The problem with baby led weaning is that you can't eat without them eating. So this is ginger miso dressing. This is like her 4th bite of it. Landon, mommy just wants to eat a salad. You like it? I can't believe you like that. We're having some tomato soup and cheese dippers. There is a blanket on the floor. There's that, Landon, and then look. It's nice and cool. Look. Ooh. Is that yummy? Oh, it's so good. That was a good tomato soup. I don't think I ever thought I'd be sharing tomato soup and grilled cheese dippers with my 8-month-old daughter. You're doing a good job. Can you dip it? Good girl. Almost. That was cute. She's like, oh. So here's some toast mommy made you. And then it's broccoli soup. So it's broccoli and celery and onion and vegetables, low sodium vegetable stock. Has no salt, has pepper and garlic and broccoli and celery and onion. And then I made a roux with olive oil and flour and added some milk. So it's like a cream of broccoli. Oh, and beans, cranberry beans. Here, try it like this. You wanna try it? So is it a mommy fail? Wanna try it again? What are you doing? We have homemade lentils with her first time having pita bread, a little bit of guacamole. This is my favorite tortilla from Trader Joe's, and it has honey in it. So I got these today, corn and wheat tortillas. And they're just the perfect size to cut up in little triangles or strips for her. So I'm gonna give her that with cheese inside, a little bit of the Trader Joe's guac, and then a side of tomatoes. I wish I had bean dip, but I'm gonna make that probably tomorrow. If she likes the quesadilla, then we'll add bean dip to it as well. Oh, good girl. Right for the sour cream. I like it. Mommy's quesadilla. Yeah, chew it up. Num 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 num. Who's the cutest baby in the world? Uh-oh, there goes a tomato. Mommy's got lots of cleaning to do tonight. Here's pizza. Please don't choke.
Alexa.
Oh, I think she likes it.
It's pizza, everybody likes it.
Even bad pizza's good pizza, Landon.
That's a big piece of pizza, baby. Might wanna scale that back.
This is our second bowl. I mashed up some black beans, and I'm having some black beans, tomato paste, avocado, some spices like cumin, a little bit of olive oil and pepper, and then a little bit of sour cream. And yeah, this is our second bowl. It's a hit. Good job, baby. You want to try some peanut butter? All right, gotta wait 10 minutes to make sure everything's good. Is that yummy? Yeah. She did not have an allergic reaction.